Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be going through my Vanguard portfolio update as I usually do on a monthly basis. So this is for March 2023. I'll start with my ISA, then I will go over to my Vanguard SIPP, and yeah, I think this video will be short and sweet. So if you're curious about the funds that I've chosen, the goal weights, the current weights, what that all means, then the last video I did on this, I kind of went through my entire investing strategy and spoke about why I do what I do. So if you want to get to know more about that, then check out that previous video, which will be linked below in the description. But if you've been here before, then you know all of that already. So we will just get to the numbers. So for the VWRL, the return since inception has been 9.28%. For the Pacific fund, it's 17.91%. So that one's pretty healthy. S&P 500 is 15.77. I think normally this is the one that outpaces all the other funds that I have, but there seems to be quite a bit going on in the US right now, so that has had an impact on the S&P 500. Something to do with Silicon Valley. I actually haven't read up on it, so I'm not going to pretend that I know, because I don't. But yeah, that's why I think we're seeing an impact there. FTSE 250 is negative 10.78. Yep, no surprise there in terms of what's going on in the UK. ESG emerging markets, never good for me, same today, so negative 9.96%. And then the all world high dividend yield is the 21.1%. So yeah, that is actually the front runner now. That is also the fund that I've been invested in the longest within this portfolio that I have. But overall, the total return since inception for these funds is 7.26%. So what you may see now is that I have Life Strategy 100 at the very bottom of the funds, and that's because this fund is actually allocated to my son. So when he reaches a certain age, it will be money that my husband and I will use towards things for him, or we may gift it to him. Don't know how we're going to handle it yet, but we decided on this option as opposed to opening a junior stocks and shares ISA for him, just because when he hits 18, I don't like the idea of it fully transferring into his name and basically him being able to do whatever he wants with the funds. Not because I think he's going to be a bad kid, not because I think he'll be irresponsible per se, but you know, when you're 18, what you think you may need or what you think may be the best way to spend that money probably isn't the best way to spend it, and that's just because of age and not yet reaching that level of maturity. Now, that may not be the case for every 18-year-old, but I think this is the strategy that we've just decided that we feel most comfortable with, so we can sit down with him when he reaches a certain age and maybe decide how we, together decide how we think it should be spent, whether that's towards university or travels, towards a house deposit, a car, whatever else. So yeah, that's basically why this fund is there now. It's technically our money, but we can freely gift it to whomever we wish to at any point. So that's the strategy that we decided to take. So I haven't included it in the goal weight or the current weight or even the total return, because I'm just seeing that as kind of separate. But this has just been a fund that we've invested in for 3 months now. We put in £50 a month for him, and then any kind of gift money he's received also gets invested. So the return since inception so far has been 2.89%. Yeah, so let's see how this pans out. We have a long road ahead in terms of investing for him, at least 18 years. So it'll be interesting to see how much money we accumulate for him as the years go on. Now with dividends, the returns differ slightly for some of these funds. So for the VWRL, it's 13.46%. The Pacific, it's the same. The S&P 500 is 19.11%. FTSE 250 is negative 5.72. The ESG is the same, and then the all world high dividend yield is 30.97%, and this is a high dividend yield paying fund, as is said in the name. So when we look at this in total now, the total return is 10.49%. But this is, this is over, I think, 2.5, going on 3 years now of investing, and generally they say the stock market returns on average 10% a year. Right now this is looking like, you know, if I was to sell all these investments today and crystallize it, then I wouldn't have got nowhere near that. It would have been only like 10% over the past 3 years. But again, when you're investing, this is why they say you need to do it for a minimum of 5 years, preferably a minimum of 10. And this goes to show, if I was to take my money out now, I haven't really made what you would expect to make in the stock market based on the averages and based on historical performance. So I'm quite curious to see what happens when I get to the 5-year mark, how my portfolio will be looking. But again, I've said this a million times before in my videos, but I'm in it for the long run, so this doesn't deter me, it doesn't put me off. But yeah, it is what it is when it comes to investing. So in a recent video, I did speak about why I transfer from my employer pension into a Vanguard SIPP. So I don't need to speak about that in this video, but that transfer still hasn't happened yet, so it's still pending. And so my pension is very much looking the same. So the total account value is £25,499.79, and the total gain is £592.09. And if we look at the graph over the past 5 years, then you can see that my first instalment into this was back in March 2021. This was when I didn't realise that you needed to have a certain amount of cash in your account in order to pay the fees. So that's what that is right there. Vanguard automatically had to sell something in order to take their fees. Silly me. Then my next instalment was the 26th of April 2022, and now I'm waiting for my 2023 instalment. So yeah, that transfer hasn't gone through yet. Hopefully by the time I do this video next month, it would have gone through and I can update you on that. So that's it for this month. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my videos, and thank you so much for your support as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video real soon.